Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're listening to this. Welcome. Welcome to Getting Naked Again Rocks Health Coaching. I am so glad you're here. I'm going to share my full screen with you, right? Just like that. Perfect. True Wellness 365 is the name of my company. And very quickly, just a little bit about myself. My name is Angie Rosowski. I'm a certified personal trainer as well as a certified health and wellness coach. And it is truly my passion and my honor to be serving you and helping you with your health and wellness goals. So congratulations on choosing to invest in yourself. A lot of women don't invest in themselves, and I just would like for you to pat yourself on the back to make this commitment. Also, let's see, you're just weeks away from reaching your health goals, and I'm here to get you there. I'm going to be with you the whole time. I'll be holding your hand, but you will be doing the work. I can tell you to go drink more water, but if you're not going to do it, then the results, you will not see the results. So just keep that in mind, that you'll be doing the work. But also throughout this next 12 weeks, you'll be up-leveling your whole life. Your relationships will improve. Your confidence will improve. Your temperament and attitude will probably you'll just feel better about yourself. So just keep that in mind as you go throughout the weeks. So there you go. Congratulations. By investing in yourself, you are showing faith that you believe in the results. And believing is half of the battle. We're going to talk a lot about mindset. This welcome packet, it probably seems lengthy to you, but I am hoping that you will begin to understand how important these first steps are and how important it is to set aside time and to get your mind and your family in the right frame of mind of how you want to move forward. Each week you'll be getting a video with a kind of a PowerPoint type slide presentation, me explaining each module, and you'll also get a workbook to follow along. And then we will also have live Q&As where we can discuss what's going on with each individual lifestyle. So, this program is not a cookie cutter program. I do tailor it to each specific person and unique situations that you may have. You can always email me, and I will be here for you if you have a personal question. But also then just we'll be talking about this almost every week, but as we talk in the group, it is all confidential, and I'll be posting some general rules about our group as far as how we need to keep things private and within the group. All right, let's move on. So today we'll quickly cover, we'll talk about your schedule and how to utilize and set some boundaries with your time. We're going to talk about gaining resources to help you and your why for being in this program and doing this program. We're going to talk a little bit about a vision board, and then of course your goals and assessments and expectations. All right, so the first one is, you know what, let me just go back really quick. Oh, no, we're fine. We're on the schedule. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so, failing to plan is planning to fail. I love that, and I use that a lot, and I have gotten myself so much better about planning my weeks. I don't know about you, but do you remember that Anjali commercial where she says, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never, never let you forget you're a man. Well, I hate that bitch. She really set us up to fail. You cannot do it all. You have got to just remember what's important to you. And I think so many times women, especially we women, we try to be everything to everybody. And then what happens is your own health and your own well-being gets put on the back burner. So I am giving you permission to give yourself some time for yourself, for your health, for your wellness, for your stress levels, for your sleep. I'm giving you permission to do that, and because this transformation is going to take time. You can't expect to do everything that you already do and this as well. So you're going to have to give yourself time because I want you to enjoy the process. Okay, so in the workbook, we talk about scheduling out your week and kind of looking at your week as in the week chunk theory. That is my own verbiage there, week chunk theory. If it's out there, I didn't copy it from anyone, but on a Sunday night or whenever your week starts, you're going to want to look at the whole week to see if you've overscheduled yourself, basically, and then get out of some commitments because, maybe you have book club on Tuesday night and then out to dinner with friends the very next night. And then you're going to be driving to Austin or, somewhere the very next day. I'm actually telling you my week coming up, which is, it's too busy. I already know that I'm going to probably fall off my diet a little bit and not get enough sleep. So I need to look at the week and adjust some things. And it's okay to just call a friend and say, hey, we need to reschedule. I just don't think I can fit everything in. And you'll be surprised at how friends will come around when you're honest, when you're impeccable with your word, right? So it gives you control of your time and not letting the time, your time and your schedule control you. All right, so that's really important because you'll want to spend, these videos will be 30, 45 minutes, and then the workbook will be another chunk of time, and then the things I ask you to do will be, will take some time, just planning and preparing and exercising and things. So start looking at your schedule. And then this is always a good one, to keep a log of actually what you do. Now, I didn't think I had any time vampires until I was asked to do this about 16 weeks ago, to be exact. And so I did. I kept a log of everything I did, and I truly did spend too much time on the computer, of course, doing social media, and also I love getting on realtor.com and just looking at houses. I spent probably an hour every other day doing that, and that really was an aha moment for me. So I know if this seems like a trivial sort of activity, try it. Just try it, and you may be surprised of how, even maybe it's, if you're a working mom at an office, maybe you talk to someone for a couple of hours a day by the water cooler, or it's that friend that calls you that just wants to chat for 5 minutes and it turns into a 45-minute phone call. So it's just really important to catch those time vampires and then set some boundaries around there, and you'll give yourself the gift of time, which is pretty important to me anyway. All right. Identify resources to help you. I have pictures of little cute dogs here. I did enlist my stepdaughter to help me with the dog, because that was a half an hour a day that I needed help with. But just thinking of places and things of where you can ask for help, you'd be surprised if you know, I'm not saying go hire a dog sitter or a house cleaner if you don't have the extra cash. Just asking for help even around your house from family members, neighbors. Maybe you can swap some things out. If you're a perfectionist like I am, you want the house to be clean, you want the laundry to be done, you want the dog to be happy, you want a hot dinner on the table, and you just can't do it all. You have to ask for help, and it's okay to do that. I'm giving you permission. All right. We also have, sorry about my face messages there, to setting goals. So setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. And that is so true, as you know. I have put this at the beginning of, and your welcome packet, of course, on purpose, so you can start thinking about what you want to get out of the program. However, your goals will change as we go through the program. So don't feel too compelled to, don't spend too much time on your goals. But I do want you to have a good idea of where you want to be in 12 weeks. Do you want to lose 12 pounds? Do you want to just have more energy and not have to take a nap in the afternoons? Do you want to sleep through the night? Do you want to learn how to de-stress your life so that you can just wake up with a happy feeling every morning and not have a pit in your stomach? I just want you to have a good idea of where you want to be in 12 weeks. All right, there are some questions that I've asked you, and I do want you to spend time on the whys. All right, I know we're going to go into goals here in a moment, but I do want you to spend time on your whys. I want to know what we just talked about, the reasons you joined the program, truly what you want to accomplish, and be specific. Maybe you just want to fit into the pair of jeans that are hanging in your closet. Maybe you want to buy a new black dress, or maybe you just want to look good naked. Maybe you don't like getting undressed in front of your partner. You only do that in the dark when it's dark. Maybe you want to, you know, be more confident. Maybe that's the whole goal. You want to be more confident with yourself. And then I want you to really think of how this will change your life, how it's going to change your relationships, how it's going to change how you feel when you walk into a party, or go to the grocery store, or go to a regular store, a clothing store. How is this going to change your life? And then what has kept you from achieving this in the past? Maybe you don't know. Maybe that's why you hired a health coach, because you don't know why you're not achieving your goals. Or maybe you do know why. Maybe it's because you don't have help from home. Or maybe it's because you have kids and you're eating their leftover mac and cheese. I don't know. But just really spend some time on the whys. All right, really quick then, I'm going to whiz through the goals section. You want your goals to be specific, and we've talked about this. You know, how much weight do you want to lose? How far do you want to be able to run? Things like that. You want to be able to measure these goals. That's why we're going to take assessments so you can see how far you've come and where you've been. You want your goals to be adjustable, and that basically means plan B. You need to have a plan B. You know, if you say you want to lose 10 pounds and you know it's going to take exercise, so you think, okay, I'm just going to exercise outside, walk outside. Well, if it's raining outside, you won't do it that day. So you need to always have a plan B. And that would be putting in an exercise video in your house, or going to the rec center with a friend, or something like that. Of course, your goal needs to be realistic. We are going to be setting short-term goals here within 3 months in the 12-week program. So if you are, say, currently at 200 pounds and it's not realistic to be down to 100 pounds in the 12-week program. So it has to be realistic in the time period set forth, which will be 12 weeks for our purposes. All right, and then time specific is obvious. All right, and then we can go one step further and make them super smart. I really like this part of the goals because I do believe it's important for your goals to be self-controllable. You want to pick something that you know it's under your control. As far as, for example, like food preps, you know that you go shopping. Maybe you don't go grocery shopping. So is it really a good goal for you to say, I'm going to purchase and eat more fruits and vegetables if you're not the one going grocery shopping? So you really need to think about those kinds of things and tell someone, make it public. You're going to tell the group. So there you go. We'll be sharing our goals with the group in our Q&As. And then, of course, the reward. Now, the reward, of course, you don't want your reward to be, if I lose 10 pounds, I'm going to eat an entire chocolate cake. Because that would be counterintuitive to the goal. So think of something else that you like. I personally would choose a massage, and maybe it's, if I lose every 2 pounds I lose, I'm going to treat myself to a massage or a manicure or pedicure. Or, I wrote down, I think in your example, a date night. Maybe it's time out with girlfriends. You choose your reward, whatever you love. All right. And then finally, your goal check. You want to be in control of the choices that you have. I'm sorry. These are just examples of, you just want to make sure that the goals you have chosen are what you can control. I guess we've already talked about that as well, but just making sure I like this last one, making sure your family knows about your new commitment and your friends. You just want to make sure you tell people what is going on in your life so that you have help and you won't be sabotaged. You won't self-sabotage. All right, let's keep going. Okay, and we talked about this as well. We're going to work together to get to your goals, but they will change. I've done this enough to know that what you start out with, just as you go, maybe you start out saying you want to lose 10 pounds, but as you go through the program, you realize that's too easy. I want to lose 15 pounds. Or it may be the other way around. Or maybe you'll start feeling differently. So therefore, your goals will change. You'll start saying, you know what? I want my goal to be that I want to be able to fit into a dress for this wedding I'm invited to at Christmas time. And so that's my new goal. So, and I did have a question earlier too about, I can't come up with 4 goals. I think in the workbook, I asked you to come up with 4 goals. 1 is good enough. You do not have to have more than 1 goal. All right, next, the vision board. I have 2 of them, and I kind of liked this quote: the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. And you're probably wondering, all right, I've done a vision board before, or why a vision board? And I will tell you, your vision board is going to always be in front of you. After you put together your vision board, you want it to be right in front of you at all the times, because visualization is one of the most powerful mind exercises that you can do. And it really, we're going to get more and more into mindset matters. But it really is important, and you should focus on how you want to feel, not just the things that you want to get. It can be also other things besides health and fitness related. You can put things in there about trips, maybe a trip to Hawaii or a trip to Scotland, or going in a first class on an airport. But put on your visual, why can't I talk? Vision board. Think how you want to feel. Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to feel fulfilled? Do you want life to be easy? And you want to feel confident? Some of those would be good words to put. And the purpose of a vision board is to bring everything on it to life, and there are no rules. So just remember, what you focus on expands. So we're going to really put that front and center in our lives. I love my vision boards, and I add to it all the time. All right, next is the assessments. I know a lot of people don't like this part, but that is, you need to put attention to where we need to give attention to, right? It's like your bank accounts. A lot of people don't want to know that they don't have any money, so they just don't ever look at their bank accounts. Well, it's the same way with our bodies, and we just need to know where we are so that we can see how far you've come, all right? Because this will be your motivator, I promise you. When you start losing inches around your waist, when you start seeing that scale go down, you will be motivated and you will keep going. With that, I also do not want you to be weighing yourself every day. I don't even own a scale. I just kind of go by how I feel, how my clothes fit, not my stretchy jeans, but just how my clothes fit and things. But your weight fluctuates every day depending on the time of month and depending on just the day. So do not weigh and measure yourself every day. I think I wrote in the workbook that we won't be doing it again until the end. I'm okay, though, if you want to sneak peeks every once in a while, especially if you are successful in seeing results. This will motivate you. So it is important. That's good. Okay, wait, yeah, I just talked about this. Don't weigh yourself every day. And also, when you measure yourself, use the same tools. Use the same scale for weight. Use the same tape measure that you'll be using and things like that. And try to remember the exact same spots because you want to compare apples to apples. Make sure you put the date on there, your weight, height, the BMI. I only do this because it kind of puts people, the BMI is not a total factor in measuring yourself. It's just one of the many ways we measure. It does not measure fat content at all. That is with calipers, and since I'm not there with you physically, I can't do that. But the BMI sometimes kind of jolts people into reality. I like it because some people think that they're normal weight and they're actually not, and then this makes them take action. I hope not a negative feeling. It's a good indicator of where you are. If you can do your blood pressure, and cholesterol, I think it's important because as you start going through the program, those things will improve. I promise you that they will, hands down, no doubt. And then, okay, so this is just with these measurements around your chest, and your hips are just with one of those, I call it a sewing tape measure because that's what I had when I was growing up with my mom because she sewed my clothes. So just remember where you have measured yourself so we can measure them again later on to see how much you've lost. And the waist is always those 7 inches up from your hip. So wherever you measure on your hips, 7 inches up from that. The arms, right in the middle, kind of just right in the middle there. Same with the thigh. I wish you could see me, I guess, but I put my pinky on my knee and stretch out to my thumb, and then my thumb in the top part of my leg, and then where they meet in the middle, just kind of in the middle of your thigh. Oh gosh, I hope that makes sense. That was a poor example, but just make sure it's the same next time. All right. All right, you're probably saying, why do you want a photo of me? You do not have to send me, by the way, any of these results. These can be just for yourself unless you want to share them with me. Otherwise, they are for you and your eyes only. But I'm happy to look at it and help you with any of it. And the photo is strictly for before and after purposes only. If I know this program works, and if it's something you would be able to give me a testimony for, I would love to include your before and after photos for those purposes if you want. Not necessary, of course. All right. All right. A few other assessments. We need to know where you are physically so that we know how to develop your training programs. And so we're just going to kind of measure two strengths, your dynamic strength, doing sit-ups and push-ups. Sit-ups are the normal kind of sit-ups with bent leg, feet underneath a couch or something, arms crossed around your chest, and time yourself for a minute and count how many you do. Same with push-ups. They can be on your knees or your toes, and push-ups all the way down so your chest reaches the floor. All right? It's hard. Chest to reach the floor and back up. Same with cardio. I believe I told you for these purposes is to walk, run, or jog for 12 minutes and record how far you've gone. Now we all have Fitbits or something like that to be able to tell us how far. You can also, there are apps to download on your phone to tell you how far you've gone, or you can get in your car and drive how far you walked. And so then you're going to be measuring this again at the end, and you'll be surprised at how much further you go and how much easier it is. All right. And there are lots of other assessments I could do, but for right now, that is all I'm going to have you do. All right. All right, so we're wrapping up here, just some expectations. These are the things you can expect from me. I will support and challenge you, and I'm going to be your partner in this transformation. I'm going to provide guidance and knowledge, and whatever I don't know, it is my joy and pleasure to go and find the answer for you. I have a client right now who suffers from fibromyalgia, and I told her, I don't know much about that if you want to choose someone else, but I will research it and do what I can. And I actually partnered up with a fellow health coach who specializes in fibromyalgia, and we're sharing some information, and so it's my joy and pleasure to find out specific information for you. I'll be on time to your meetings. I will be honest with you. I do believe in your ability to achieve your goals. I will provide you with tools, and I'm going to help you with your goals and your action plans, and I can be your accountability partner if you don't have one. And then these are the things I will expect from you. I will expect you to be willing to move forward. I expect you to commit to each module as they show up in your inboxes. I expect you to do the work. I know you know that. I expect you to show up on time for your meetings, or at least listen to the recordings. I expect you to eliminate old behaviors that limit your success. I expect you to believe in yourself. This is more important than you know. I expect you to do the work in between the sessions. I expect you to own your goals and your action plan, and they can be adjustable. And I expect you to be accountable to me. So let's make this work. Let's make this happen. Let's rock the naked. Okay, so just a reminder too of what coaches do. We partner with you, we inspire you, we understand and we listen and observe. All it's written right there. And I will be asking you yourself for a lot of solutions and strategies, because a lot of the times you know deep down what you need to be doing and what's best for you and your family. So I'll be prodding you and probing you with those questions, but then I'll also offer tools, and we'll get creative with your solutions. Yes, and so we focus on the solutions and not the problem. So really, coaches really think in the future. We want to transform and change future behavior and get solutions. We don't work on the past. That's what therapists and counselors do. So we don't provide counseling or therapy or treatment of an illness or medical condition. I can certainly help people with diabetes or fibromyalgia or inflammation, high blood pressure. I can definitely coach those people, but I am not a doctor, and I will never tell you to eliminate medications or anything like that. So, and with that, I wanted to add, this is a no elimination plan, meaning we don't eliminate a certain types of food or drink. And I do not believe in depriving yourself of anything. So I should have said that at the beginning, but I didn't. All right. Finally, last slide here. You've got this. This is so important. The work you do here in this welcome packet will serve you well. In 5 to 6 weeks, when you're not as motivated anymore, I'm going to ask you to go back to this welcome packet, look at your whys, look at your vision board, because I want to get you to your goals. It makes my heart sing for you to get the results you want to get, because you will lose the weight. You will have more energy. You will make time for yourself. And these are non-negotiable promises that you have made with yourself. So this welcome packet is so important for you to figure out your whys, make promises to yourself, and it's just the beginning of a whole transformational journey. And I'm here for you, and I'm so excited that you're here too. We're going to start a Facebook group, and I will give you that information, a private Facebook group where we can chat and support one another throughout the week. Okay? So thank you very much. Have a great week, and we'll talk soon. Bye.